Iraq economic news and points to ponder Sunday AM the 9th of February 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Parliamentary Committee. Budget amendments limited to article on cost of extracting region's oil. House of Representatives building. Money and Business Economy News, Baghdad. The Parliamentary Legal Finance Committee confirmed, on Sunday, that there is no fundamental change in the budget law, while indicating that the amendments were limited to Article 12 regarding the cost of extracting oil in the Kurdistan region. Member of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, Mustafa al-Karawi, said in a statement reported by the official news agency, and seen by Al-Iqtisad News, that the amendments sent by the Prime Minister's office and the Council of Ministers were limited to Article 12, related to the cost of extracting oil in the Kurdistan region. He explained that the amended article is supposed to come into effect soon, which will allow the start of exporting oil from the region's wells through SOMO, indicating that, according to the recent amendments, there is no fundamental change in the budget law, and no new appointments have been included, but it is possible for the government to move within the budget schedules to reactivate some of the previous specializations and texts. More than 6 million barrels of oil are Iraq's exports to America during the month. Energy Economy News, Baghdad. The U.S. Energy Information Administration announced today, Sunday, that Iraq's oil exports to America amounted to more than 6 million barrels during the month of January. The administration said in a table seen by Al-Iqtisad News that Iraq exported 6.231 million barrels of crude oil to America during the month of January, down from the month of December, when Iraqi oil exports to America amounted to 6.696 million barrels. She added that Iraq exported an average of 152,000 barrels per day of crude oil to America during the first week of December, while it exported an average of 218,000 barrels per day in the second week, and exported an average of 336,000 barrels per day in the third week, noting that exports in the fourth week amounted to an average of 99,000 barrels per day. The U.S. Energy Information Administration stated that Iraq came in sixth place in its exports to America during the past month, after Canada, which came in first place as the largest oil exporter to America, followed by Mexico, Saudi Arabia, Colombia, and Venezuela. She pointed out that Iraq came in second place among Arab countries exporting the most oil to America, after Saudi Arabia, which came in first with exports amounting to 11.997 million barrels, and Libya came in third. Transport reveals the development plan in Iraqi airports. Money and Business Economy News, Baghdad. The Ministry of Transport revealed, today, Sunday, its development projects in Iraqi airports, most of which aim to rehabilitate the airport's infrastructure, while indicating that the plan includes 26 projects in Baghdad Airport. The ministry stated in a statement received by Al-Iqtisad News that Baghdad International Airport has a comprehensive development plan that coincides with the investment portfolio of the International Finance Corporation and its three options, indicating that this plan includes 26 projects in 2 phases. The statement added that the first phase includes airport infrastructure rehabilitation projects, consisting of 16 projects, 9 of which are on the company's operating budget, and 7 on the investment budget. The statement continued, the second section contains 10 projects, all of which are funded from the investment budget. In addition to the existence of projects under study, most notably the redesign of Iraqi airspace and the alternative building for air navigation, as well as the air traffic management system. The statement indicated that the airport's administration has started the airport infrastructure rehabilitation projects, including the Green Areas and Gardens Expansion Project, where the contract was signed and actual work began, as well as the roof and floor rehabilitation project in the Babylon and Samara halls, which has reached 22% completion. Regarding the air inspection project, the statement said, there are navigation devices on the runway and a report was received from the New Zealand company Radiola regarding confirming the safety of all landing devices, and thus we can complete our development plans for Iraqi airspace. The statement noted that the General Company for Airports and Air Navigation Management has expanded the airspace for civil aviation at the expense of areas that were militarily prohibited. which allowed an increase in the number of aircraft crossing and their flow from the airspace of countries at a rate of 600 to 650 aircraft per day. The statement explained that there will be an installation of the ILS system within the automatic landing project, in addition to the system installed at Baghdad International Airport since 2005-2006. Noting that, within the infrastructure rehabilitation projects, the contract was completed with the global company Indra, which specializes in the aviation sector. The statement continued, the rehabilitation projects also include the lighting or decoration project, as it has been referred to one of the companies, and we are also in the process of signing this contract. Stressing that, the revenues of the general company for airports and air navigation management have increased at a very high rate, as they were 4 billion dinars, while they have now reached 15 billion per month. He added, as for the rest of the Iraqi airports, work is continuing on the Nasiriyah Airport project, as most of the navigational devices have arrived from international sources such as Endra, which specializes in the aviation sector. As for Mosul Airport, 82% of its devices have been equipped, most of them from international French companies. Regarding the installation of radar and ILS at the airport, which is scheduled to open before the end of this year. Regarding Basra International Airport, the ministry stated in its statement that it intends to contract with international companies to purchase 2 radars, one to be installed in the western region of Iraq, and the second at Basra Airport. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.